Back with another interview, one-on-one with Alexa Spaanstra. Is that the right way to say it?
Yes,
I,
perfect.
I ask every time because I am terrible at these things.
No, you're fine. People butcher it all the time. It'll be Alex, Alexa. Doesn't matter at this point, honestly.
We just need like a good nickname for you. Do you have a nickname that I could use?
um, just Alexa or Lex.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing too crazy.
Well, I think we're going to have to come up with one for you if you keep scoring goals like, all the time.
All right, I hope so.
So I was looking, though. You have 3 goals in the last 5 games. 2 last year, the last to close out the season. 1 this year. A couple assists in there. Just seems like you're feeling it. You closed out last year well. You're starting this year well. How's it going?
Yeah, I mean, it was exciting. Last year was definitely crazy, just with everything going on behind the scenes. I think I definitely got my footing towards the end of the season, which was just encouraging for this season. So I think just trying to keep that momentum going from last season, working on a bunch of different things in the off season, my decision making, just my first touch, all of that kind of stuff, and then just trying to execute as best as possible so far this season. I think Vlatko and the coaching staff has done a great job of just relaying different information to us, teaching us different tactics and different styles of play that he wants us to portray on the field. And I think at the end of the day, he really just wants us to be ourselves and be creative in the final third, which is what I've been trying to do.
I feel like you've been asked this question already.
No, honestly, I did try my best, but no, I think it's just like easy when you have the people around you to kind of be yourself. Everyone has their own like unique characteristics that they like to play to, and I think just being able to be yourself, but then also know that like your teammates have your back, regardless of the outcome, is really beneficial.
I know before the last home game, the third game of the season, the second home game, the third win of the season, but just the day before that, we were talking to you, and you said, well, I haven't showed up in the score sheet yet, and, but I just feel like I'm contributing better and combining and doing all these things, and Vlatko said nice things about you, and then, 14 hours later, you're heading a goal in right before halftime.
Yeah, I mean, that one I'm going to have to give a big round of applause to my teammates because that was a beautiful team goal with Ellie doing a lot of the dirty work, getting the ball forward, and then Vanessa, I mean, I basically just let the ball hit my head at that point because it was so perfect. But yeah, I think I just got the benefit of getting to put it in the back of the net, whereas it might not have shown everything else leading up to that moment.
That went to a VAR check too. Were you confident that it was a goal?
Honestly, I had no idea. So I knew I ended way offside. So I thought, okay, the ref knows best. But then they might have shown it on the big screen, which might have not been allowed. And I looked up there with Vanessa, and we're like, wait a minute, I think that might be onside. So it was nice to get my first goal in front of all the fans at our stadium.
I kind of was telling a friend of mine that you got 1.5 celebrations out of that goal. Because
Yeah.
you got the little half one, then it gets called off, and then you get the VAR. Goes to the VAR, goes to the Yeti VAR. The Yeti VAR giveth.
Honestly, that was nice. They got a lot of promo in that. So
No, that's a new phrase I'm using. The Yeti VAR giveth, the Yeti VAR taketh away.
that was hilarious. Yeah, I honestly had no idea that was going to happen. But as for the celly and a half, I'm kind of glad that happened because I didn't have anything lined up, and Lo would probably kick me for that. But no, I'm glad that we could just kind of celebrate with the team.
Do you have one lined up yet for the next
No,
one?
that's not me. Honestly, whatever comes to me, I'll probably just run to the sidelines, run to my teammates. Yeah.
I have a hint though. Run to the photographer that looks like me, so I can get really good shots of
Honestly,
that.
I will. I need some good pictures.
I have a good shot of your header, so that's.
I saw one of them and it was scary, but there's some good ones.
Now you've got 2 games in at the new stadium. How much you like these home games?
Yeah, I mean, the momentum from each game going forward, knowing the teams coming in, we just really want to make it our own, knowing that they're going to have to do everything they can to try and get any points from that game. I think just having our fan base is amazing, and they're just so loud and encouraging, and you can really feel them honestly on the field with you. But yeah, there's no place like playing at home, and just with the stadium, it just feels like home. Yeah.
Home games have been kind of high scoring a little bit both ways. I'm sure you guys are going to lock that down at some point. But road win at 1-0, right?
2-1,
Sorry,
yeah.
yeah. Sorry, I had something wrong written down. But so road win 2-1. Which kind of games do you like better? Kind of a tight one, like a 1-0. That's where I had that written down. Do you like a 1-0 versus like a 5-4 game?
I don't know. I mean, if I was watching a game, I would definitely say 5-4. But I think when we're playing, I don't know. That's a really good question. I would say, honestly, maybe high scoring. I know Vlatko probably would not attest to that. He would rather take a 1-0 than like 3-1. But I just like being involved in the attack. I like creating chances. I like scoring goals and being creative up there. So as many goals as we can get. And I think on the other side, defensively, I pride myself for that as well, doing a lot of extra running and trying to tuck in and just do the dirty defensive work. So I feel like we definitely need to sharpen a lot of that up, myself included. But I think that will come over time.
You talked about a lot of running. You're making me skip around my notes here.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. You're challenging me. That's, of course, I'm always challenged a little bit. But I found a quote about you from a high school coach saying you have the heart of a lion and the speed of a cheetah.
Oh gosh, high school. That's feels like forever ago. Yeah, I mean, I just feel like growing up, having a track background with my parents, my brother, I was just always running, whether that was playing soccer or track or just going out for a run with my family. So I really pride myself in just being fit physically and mentally. So I think that really plays into what Vlatko wants to do as a team, trying to smother them defensively with our athleticism. And I think that it suits me well as of right now. I still get tired. This game had some struggles, but yeah, just trying to be everywhere on the field as best as possible.
Well, I think you're doing a really good job of it so far this year.
Thank you.
And to close out last year, you're also one of the few players that almost hit me with a shot last year.
Yeah, probably. That's my bad.
No, it's cool. It was kind of funny, but because you were on the left, you shot it, and it just went outside the post on the that side, and I was over there, so I actually had to duck for a change.
Yeah. Some people said that I'd be the first one to kick the ball into the river, so we'll see what happens with that.
Who do you think would be the first one to kick it in the river?
I don't know. I think
it's got to be somebody with a hard shot.
I know. I think Lowe would. I think Lowe.
I almost think she should have a celly for that. She
probably would. I don't know what she would do, but she would definitely have one.
So after games, when you're home, I mean, obviously the new stadium is cool and all these great things, but do you have like any traditions you do after a game? Like, you go get certain foods or certain things, music?
I really don't. That is one thing that I wish I did. I have a routine before, just trying to be by myself, listen to music, distract myself playing like Monopoly Go or different iPhone games. I always like to shower and just kind of reset before the game. But after is one thing that I just go home and get in bed and like decompress everything that just happened. Adrenaline's still kicking in till like 2 a.m, so sleep is kind of a struggle, but I don't really have any specific things that I eat or do.
You'll have to come up with something.
I know. Probably go get like barbecue or something. Although we did have that in the locker room last time, which was a plus.
Was it a well, I'm going to assume it was a sponsor's barbecue.
I hope so. It was really good.
I was going to put you on the spot, then I went, I better not do that.
Yeah, please don't.
Road games. What is there like? I mean, I know you've been in the league for 1 year, but I mean, even in college, what was like maybe some road trips that like, I really liked going to play here, and I want to go back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I kind of enjoyed it all last year. I didn't really know what to expect. It's a lot of flying, which we didn't do as much, I guess. Back in school, we only did it a few times with the ACC. But I think I really enjoyed going to Chicago and Louisville just because it is closer to my family and they were able to come and friends were there. So those kind of stuck with me a lot, I feel like. I don't know. I really liked going to a lot of the other stadiums. I mean, Houston's was really nice, and Orlando. Obviously, playing at LA was crazy. But yeah, I would say probably Chicago and Louisville just because it was closest to Michigan and where I'm from.
With family being closer, have they been for the first two games?
Yeah, they went to the home opener. Yeah, the home opener, and yeah, it was exciting. I had friends, family, and they were super excited. And I mean, they love the atmosphere as well, so it was really cool.
With do you think over time, like your favorite road trips will be the ones you win at the most?
Probably, yeah. I would assume so.
Again, I mean, you're a second year player, so you're a vet now, and you got some really young players on the team and all that stuff. But I mean, to me, you're still a young player, second year player. Is it still kind of interesting that you're like maybe playing against players that, I don't know, did you have posters on their wall?
I honestly didn't ever have posters, but I definitely looked up to a lot of players, just watching them in the league, watching them play internationally. So, I mean, obviously, Dabinia is one of the best in the world. Playing with her has been incredible and learning from her. And then also just some of the other players like Lo and Vanessa, just having them around it's a lot of fun, honestly.
Is there any players that, like, when you were young, though, you kind of, like, idolized and said, I want to play like them? And did you turn out like them?
I honestly, I loved Ronaldo growing up. That's why I was always number 7. And so now I'm 77, I guess. So I loved watching him play. Right now I'm a big Jack Grealish fan, just on the left flank. As for women's, I mean, Mia Hamm, loved watching her play growing up, Abby Wambach. I wouldn't say that's really my style of play, but I loved watching them play.
Were you mad when you got here and a defender had the number 7?
No, Evol can take it. Honestly, she deserves it. That's how it was when I came in to Virginia as well. A center back had it, so I was like, maybe it's meant to be.
I actually asked another player recently about, having the number of not their position, and they were like, that doesn't matter anymore. They were very adamant, like, that doesn't matter anymore. I just want this position. I want this number.
Yeah. There's honestly so many different numbers in the league, so I'll take what I can get at this point.
It's because I grew up and it seemed always like the majority of the players had a number for their position or a similar position, if not their position, or they'd add a 1 to it or double it up or whatever. But it seems like that just doesn't matter much anymore.
No, not much. No.
You got 6s playing in weird spots.
Yeah.
All right. Other cool thing I thought about when you guys were drafted last year, you ended up with one of your rivals on the same team with you, Michelle, right?
Yeah. I've always been really close with Michelle, just training with her in the off seasons and in the summer when we were in college. But now, getting to see her every day, we've become super close, and we always played each other at Duke, and she killed us every time. We could not defend her. So being on the same team is nice.
Well, it'd be good to see her getting back into the lineup, but I'm having a lot of fun watching you out there.
Well, thank you. But no, we're super excited to have her back. She's been working super hard through a little knock, and yeah, it's encouraging to see her out there. She's feeling good. She's looking good. So yeah, we're happy to have her back.
So we know you're a really good soccer player. We know that you were a runner, and still are, but really when you were younger and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But is there like some hidden talent you have that we don't know?
Let me think.
Singing, painting?
I like to sing. I can sing sometimes, not in front of people, but I can sing sometimes. I'm not artistic at all. I cannot paint anything. That's about it. I don't have many hidden talents. I'm trying to think. No, I can beat Gabby a few times when we play Pig, again, on the little small basketball hoop we have in the locker room, but yeah, she's like 0-3 against me right now. It's pretty sad.
I will have to point that out when I post this pod.
Yes, please do. Tag her in it, too.
So what other sport would you play? There maybe have been a long-distance runner or whatever, well, actually, no, you were a sprinter, right?
I was like middle distance. I'd probably run track. I played softball Was okay at it. Didn't play basketball. Don't really have much hand-eye coordination, but I'd say running track. Yeah.
So that's why you're a forward.
Yeah.
Run,
Yeah.
run.
Just go run. Don't stop.
All right, I appreciate it. Any words you'd like to say to fans?
No, but hopefully see you guys at the next home game. Super excited for that one against Bay, I think.
Yep.
So yeah, just excited to be back right now in Kansas City and return after we go to Gotham.
I appreciate the time, Alexa
Yeah.
Spaanstra. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much. It was a lot of fun.
And we are out.